Shimmy, shimmy, yo, shimmy, ya. About to start my day, so I'm rolling up the Zod. Remember all the times they say I wouldn't make it far. Left into the bank, my account be the star.
This week it's just been interesting as a whole. I lost out on $100,000 plus roll, and in the most awkward technicality ever. Yes. So I was told to go ahead and, throw my hat in the ring for something, because the other people there that I know, they were moving up into two of the power positions. So the two people that I knew at this one particular place were moving up in the power position. And they said, hey, we got this, we have this role, you can slide right in. We know you can do all this stuff. And I went and I said, hey, I throw my hat in the ring. I try my hand. I'll see what it goes. See if I can take it somewhere. Because guess what? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. 100 racks would, that's a nice little payday if you're talking about getting paid for something. And when you get into particular areas, that's all you're gonna be looking at, and that's something that I kind of got at in my profession. So yeah, I mean, when I say the job was gonna be a job of kind of ease, light, super light workload, things like that, it really intrigued me, because just wouldn't hamper anything that I do is like my hustles. So I can literally add this money into my pocket by doing this simple job, and it pays so well. And I go through the process, fill out the paperwork, and I get a phone call. Got a phone call from the person who told me I should go ahead and throw my hat in the ring, because they were asked about me in this situation. His boss was somebody I knew. So when they got promoted and he just took his role, it was like, hey, there's only one person above you now. So I'm looking really good at my prospects. They know my work ethic. I know the environment. You would think it would fit like a glove. Not like it's, but the glove ended up being, at the OJ trial, where they said if you don't fit, you must quit. And I kind of ran into that situation, and not going to say it sucked all the way, but it sucked. It sucked. I was told that their new boss added an extra requirement. And the requirement was that you needed a associate's degree, which is a 2-year degree for people who don't know. I don't have that. I have some college on my resume, but I never finished college. That's because I got into my profession and started making money. And it's like there's no need for me to go back and get a degree right now when, I can go get me a certification. And because of my certifications, I have access to make even more money. And I'm going to work. If I get into a position, I get something down pat, I'm going to try to be the best at it, because I'm just my competitive nature. I'm going to try my hand to, be the best at something that I'm there to do. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane said it best. If you have a job, be the best at your job that you could be at it. Even if you hate that job, be the best at it. Don't half-ass at something that, you now have. I mean, and I know a lot of people hate their jobs, and I understand. But still, if you have that job, you should try to be the best at that job that you are. That's the type of worker that I am. I try to give 110% each and every time. And it shows when you look at the stuff I've been able to accomplish, or that I did accomplish within the framework that I was in. So knowing all of this, knowing I can already do all the work, them knowing I can do all the work, them having personal relationships with me to verify my work ethic. In the phone call, I was told that I could not even interview because I did not have an associate's degree And their boss's boss said that's a non-negotiable now. Uh, I felt like I kind of wasted a little bit of my time. It wasn't the most time in the world to go through all the paperwork I had to fill out, but it was at that point where it's like, shit. You're telling me that you know for 100% you're about to get an A+ player. You're about to get a franchise guy. And you turn down your franchise guy over a 2-year piece of paper. And I can't be mad at him. I mean, disappointed? Yes. Mad? No. Not mad at him because, hey, requirements are requirements. If you don't fit the requirement, nobody's liable to open up or change anything for you unless they feel it's a necessity for them on their part. Disappointed? Yeah, because you never should count money that's not in your pocket before it's in your pocket. Never count money that you're projecting. Until you get it, never project it. You know what I'm saying? You have to live off the basis of what you already are in. You know what I'm saying? You have to live off the basis of the framework of life that you're at. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, did I have some plans. You know what I'm saying? Again, this job would not have affected any of my hustles on the side. Everything that I do on the side would have not been affected. So me adding this extra role was a plus to me. Something I could do basically in my sleep. I mean, yeah, I would have had like a requirement to come in like once a week. But other than that, even when I'm there, I have time to still work on my stuff because most of my stuff in work I do is mobile. So take my laptop on the go and I can get shit done. That's just the way that I operate. But the disappointment set in because I was like, shit, I felt it right there on my fingertips. I would have been working with people that I enjoyed to work with, even though it wouldn't have been like a typical type work environment. I'd have been working with people that I enjoy working with. People that I know carry their load. Because nothing sucks more than working at a place and you realize people don't carry their load. You know what I'm saying? And it'll kind of put you in a place where you're like, hey, why is these people making anything close to me? When I know, I'm worth double, triple, quadruple their value. And that was part of the thing that led me to, quitting earlier this year anyway and leaving and more so putting myself into this entrepreneurship role, trying to accomplish things. I did those things because I got to the point where I was like, hey, I know the value I bring. You guys know the value I bring. I know you know the value I bring. This is why you would volunteer me for, new things. I had to when I first took on a role, I was supposed to have one thing that I was supposed to do. Then next thing I'm getting volunteered to run a whole project, which required me to teach myself a skill, master the skill, and then train other people on a skill that I had no intentions in doing at all, But again, I played my role as a team player. Sometimes when you are an A+ player, they're going to give you A+ responsibilities, which I don't mind. But I feel like at that time when you come to, put me in a position when I'm going to have to run something, I should at least get first right to, choosing if you're going to actually open up a position for this. I get first right of choice of at least interview for that position. Instead, while there, I watched somebody else. That's right. They brought somebody else outside of the company to take on a senior leadership role on something that I'm managing a project on. Now and again, I'm running this shit. It's me. I'm doing it. I learned it. And I'm about 6-7 months in, and of running this to a T. me training people, me having operations up and running for this one specific project. But no, I didn't even know they had a position available to be the lead for this. It was never mentioned to me. Nothing was mentioned to me about this. Instead, I had to come to work and find out inside one of our weekly meetings that technically I have a new boss. I didn't even know technically within the company, they told me that they changed my role and designated me the junior lead on something. You know what I'm saying? They made me the junior lead. They changed my complete role in their organizational structure. I've received the lowest percentage raise that year I've ever had in my time of working in IT. And after that, I said, this is bullshit. I'm literally training people who make more money than me to do something. And I won't even get offered the opportunity to take on the role that I'm already doing. Where is the love? Where is the love? And the thing that took the cake was you hired a person to basically be my lead, the head of that division, and I still had the same role. I had to still liaison with other people. I still had to go to weekly meetings, keep notes, update them on what's going on systems, update other people who I had trained and who's going to be doing this work on the changes and the updates that's going on. Again, you hired somebody to do that, but expected me to continue my role with no change of pay. See, and that's the thing about being a team player. Sometimes you be a team player and it bites you in the ass. So I eventually started getting fed up with the environment and the things I was going on with. Led me to quit. And it's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5 hustle. I don't mind the 9-to-5 hustle. I miss the consistency of 9-to-5 hustle paychecks. Especially when they nice big paychecks. You start to miss them nice big paychecks. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the goal is to build. At least for me. My goal is to build something that's beyond what I could, ever dream of. I want the dream to be bigger and beyond anything that I can stop and say, hey, on paper, this is what it tangibly could do. But hey, Amazon sold books at one point in time. Now over half of every sale online goes through Amazon of all goods. So the projection of what I want from what I'm growing is, tangible, obtainable type goals. But I'm also, banking on myself for being that A+ player that I could go beyond things that I could typically dream of in those situations, if you know what I'm saying. Because, nothing's going to come easy. It's always going to take a lot of work. But when you got faith and work and you put them together, you start accomplishing things. And anytime I feel like, things aren't moving always the way I expect, or, maybe I didn't get enough sales this time, or maybe I didn't make enough ad revenue on this thing, I stop, and then I got to go reflect. Because, even when you have shortfalls and shortcomings, I realize I've accomplished a lot. I really stop and realize, hey, this is something that I've done and it's moving, it's growing. And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Things that I never even thought I'd be at in some situations, I still end up saying, hey, I'm proud I accomplished that. It wasn't the original plan. It wasn't the original goal. But sometimes things come in your path and you're like, hey, I did that. That's me. That's my work. And, that's just the place that I'm in right now with that. So, yeah, man, this week's been interesting. And, finding out, again, that lost out on something I thought was already in the bag. I'm like, hey, this is an easy. I'm about to go, pay for a vacation right now because this is coming in. This is yeah. Whew. The money I planned on spending, because again, when you got them big weekly checks, you can make some moves, some plays, and and most of my work that you wouldn't need me to do while I'm not there is me being on the computer answering shit. I could be on vacation the whole time making money. I watched somebody this whole pandemic, because they were allowed to work from home, stay on vacation this whole time. I'm talking about city to city, out the country. Like, that would have been cool, you know what I'm saying? Instead of the physical demands of having to be at a location every single day. And I believe a lot of workplaces going to have to deal with the fact that a lot of people don't want to come back into work on a normal traditional scale. We just seen that we could do it online. We just saw that. And as a company, you can make a lot of money not having one of these big corporate offices. But, people going to move how they going to move. Business going to do what they do. The grind will sometimes burn you out while you're on your path. But guess what? I'm going to keep grinding because I got more goals to reach. I have a lot of more goals to reach. Again, that's why I appreciate all the people who subscribed, who found my channel on accident, and next thing you know, you've shown love. I appreciate that. Even sometimes I appreciate the haters. I'm running into haters already. They only gonna grow, but guess what? They're here. They're gonna boost me up in them algorithms with the hate, cause I'm gonna argue with your ass. I'm gonna get my point across. I do this cause I like to debate. It's called the L.I.M.E show because it's life in my eyes. Man, I'm an opinionated person, and I'm going to give you my opinion, even if it come to your bullshit. At least for now. I figure after I get to a certain point, I'm just going to be like, fuck all that shit. I don't need the boost in the algorithms arguing with you, know what I'm saying? I don't need it. It's your boy, DJTheParkBoy, and I'm here with a special product for you. I got some Delta 8 weed from JK Distro, and I'm saying it's amazing. It's clean, smokable, and the best part is they deliver it right to your door. Because of the 2018 Farm Bill, it's now legal for them to have Delta 8 weed sent through the mail. That's right. And if you use promo code FLOSS1, you can get some clean, smokable weed sent to your door direct. You have options. You go right there to jkdistro.com. You look at all the strands they have, which is a lot. You can even get you some edibles. You can get you some wine. Anything in between you can think of. You put in promo code FLOSS1, you're going to save you 20%. So go ahead, hop on that now. Make sure it's in the description.